Hey guys, it's Joe, and in this video I'll be showing to you and explaining how to use the classic VCA compressor in Logic. This compressor is nice and straightforward as you only actually have half of the normal parameters. You have the threshold, ratio and makeup gain. The knee, attack and release can't be adjusted. The knee is a hard knee, so this works best for more aggressive compression. The attack and release are quite fast. They're fast enough to squeeze down on the signal, but slow enough to emphasize the initial transient and the actual punch of the sound. For these reasons, it means that this compressor works great on drums and bass. So let's take a look. Here I have a percussion stack, so I've put the VCA on it. As I said, this is nice and easy as there's only really two parameters for us to play around with here. So we're going to go for a medium ratio here, about a 3:1, and we're aiming for about 3 to 4 dB reduction. So I'll hit play and adjust the threshold. So I'm looking for quite a constant 3 to 4 dB reduction here. Obviously it's quite jumpy, but now we're in the right ballpark. So I'm looking as well to control that peak of that really loud sound that comes through. As you could hear, it was adding some punch to this, which sounded really quite nice. Likewise, this works very nicely on the kick, so let's have a look at this. We'll go for a slightly higher ratio of about 4:1, and again we'll drop the threshold, so we're aiming for about maybe 6 dB of reduction here. So it's sounding quite nice at about 3 dB of reduction, but then when it gets pushed up to 6 it does kind of flatten and kill the kick a bit. So here this is bringing out the weight of the kick and it's beefing up quite nicely and very easily. Lastly, let's look at it on some bass. It's quite a boring square bass line that's just playing some root notes, but let's take a look. So again, we're going to go for a harder ratio, probably 4:1 to start, but maybe even up to 5. We'll drop down the threshold, and again, we're looking for some heavy reduction here. Not that heavy, mind you. Maybe about 6, that sounds quite good. A bit of soft distortion sounds quite good on it as well. Let's increase the ratio too and see how it sounds. This just smooths the bass off quite nicely and it still keeps that warmth. This is a really easy compressor to use, but it can also be quite easy to over compress on it as well, so do be careful. But you can get some very good results very quickly when using it. As I said, this works really well on drums and bass, but it can work very nicely on other percussion as well as guitar too. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment or contact me via my website. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers.